Welcome to another episode of Murder Schmurder. We are locked the fuck in right now.
God, call me Joseph Fritzl's daughter because I am locked the fuck in.
I don't know what that means, but I agree.
He's the Austrian guy who locked his daughter in his house for like 2 decades and had a bunch of kids by her.
Did she deserve something like that?
No.
We're officially in the murder.
That's pretty fucked up.
We're officially in the murder portion of our show.
Yeah, we are pretty firmly on the bloody road.
Where we try to make light or try to shine on the terrible things in life, but prove that we can make things better.
But try to make things better and try to talk mad shit about a bunch of dipshits who do bad things to each other.
Which I keep saying, and it feels weird to say, this white supremacy thing has been surprisingly comedic.
It has been. It's, you know, if you've been joining us for this series, we talked about a lot of dipshits, and almost every one of them in their mind is this medieval crusader on a mission for Christ, just killing infidels and just wreaking havoc in the name of our Lord. And really, they're all a bunch of chud basement dwellers who want so desperately to put their fucking white peckers into something that actually likes them that they're willing to cut off several members of the human race for just the color of their skin because they think it'll make them stronger, better people inherently. Mm-hmm. And surprisingly, it doesn't.
Yeah, I would say a lot of these white supremacists, in their head, they're like Michael Phelps. But in reality, they're like Michael Scott from The Office. Like, they're just fucking, they're fucking idiots. They're like, I can do it.
Yeah,
good job.
That's good.
Like that.
They're just dipshit goobers.
Yeah.
I'm just stuck on the fact that I'm sad that I know what chud means now.
Yeah.
You said a lot of really poignant stuff, Joseph, and I just locked on that one thing. I was like, fuck, I know what that means.
It's like, fuck, man. Well, that's okay, because when we were at the bar earlier and we referenced Tim Pool and you were like, I don't know who that is. All I could think was like, I would love to not know who Tim Pool is.
I would love for...
It would be so great to not have that in my mind.
He's such a dipshit. Again, it upsets me how dumb he is.
So, by the way, it's first name Tim, last name Pool.
Yes.
Poole, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I don't think there's an E.
I think there is an E.
There might be an E.
There usually is. With
There's
the last
probably
name
an E, and there's always a beanie. He's always wearing a beanie.
To give you an idea, doesn't Tim Pool...
I'm glad you don't, too.
Doesn't he support Andrew Tate? I'm pretty sure he does.
I would assume so.
He is such a fucking loser, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's still like, Andrew Tate's not that bad of a guy.
You ever
know what's good to do if you're on social media? You just watch like the cute animal things.
Animal things are good.
Stupid people falling down.
Yep.
Music for me personally. I like watching drummers do cool stuff. And then if you're on YouTube, it's the only thing you ever put in the search bar is how do I fix blank? How do I repair blank?
I love...
How does blank work? That's it.
I love finding people who do like leather work or build fences or do stuff like that on YouTube.
You'll never know who Tim Pool is if you only look at that stuff.
It's true. You know what? But you know what? Sometimes it's nice to know. Sometimes you got to know your enemies to be able to destroy your enemies.
That's fair.
And that's what we're talking about today.
And a great segue. Go.
That was a great segue.
Thank you.
Go. Quick.
Do it before
Grant and I say
segue
something
runs
stupid. Yeah, before we say something stupid.
Brothers, we're well past that. But so
the year was
1995.
Perfect. Okay, here we go.
When we last left off, the bombs had gone off and the hunt for the perpetrator was in full swing. News media outlets had finally stopped demonizing Middle Eastern men and had released the theory that the Oklahoma City bomber was actually the Oklahoma City bombing was an act of domestic terrorism. I'm going to take that again. And had released the theory.
No, we don't have the money to edit that out, right?
Well, then we're just don't edit this out either. We'll just, you know what? We'll just starting over. Hi, I'm Joseph.
Oh shit, I'm Grant. By the way, I don't think we ever did that.
I don't think we did that.
I'm Jamie,
either.
by the way.
Look, if they're joining in on Oklahoma City Part 2, and this is their first episode,
well, this is like white supremacy Part 6. Oklahoma
White Supremacy Part 6, OKC Part 2. Yeah, we don't know where we're at either, obviously, because I can't read. But news media outlets finally stopped demonizing Middle Eastern men.
In this one instance.
In this one very particular instance. And had released the theory that the Oklahoma City bombing was an act of domestic terrorism perpetrated by, most likely, white homegrown terrorists.
Is this the first that's ever happened?
No.
Really? Okay.
This is not the first time it's ever happened. In fact, it's not the first time it's ever happened because if you remember, the local Oklahoma City news reporter, she had made the connection that the date of the bombing was the second anniversary of the Waco siege.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Joseph,
Real April
this statistic
O'Neil move.
eludes me, but
April O'Neil.
I want to say that statistically speaking, Islamic people have not been a part of most terrorist acts on U.S. soil.
No.
If you look at the cold, hard facts, the most dangerous person or most dangerous demographic in the United States is, and this is not me trying to...
a straight white man.
It's not me trying to be like, I'm so woke, even though, like, I consider us, like, a woke podcast. We're aware of things. We're aware of, like, environmental factors and, like, societal conditions.
History and statistics, I guess, makes us woke.
You can't not...
And we're not woke. We're...
Educated?
No, I want to pick a dumber term.
Smoking.
Or smoke.
Well,
it's pretty dumb.
I like the insult of calling Joseph a libtard because he also hates liberals.
I fucking sure do, man. I fucking sure do.
For the listener that's not well aware, Joseph, I learned this from Joseph for years and years ago now. And I have transitioned from a liberal to a leftist at this point. But a liberal and a leftist are similar in some ways, but a liberal still proposes the idea that capitalism is still good. And that's the main crux of it.
Liberals still perpetuate the system that we live in and think that it can be changed incrementally through meaningless gains, so-called gains, to public health.
To be fair, there's nothing wrong with capitalism. And Democrats are very effective.
If I remember correctly,
the heart muscle I just lost for a second. the
part of Joseph's soul just died.
My whole body just...
If Joseph was a Zelda character, he just lost a heart.
I just lost half of a heart for sure, yeah. Just like when Link, like, ouch! You are my Ganondorf.
But the literal definition between liberal and leftist is the belief that capitalism is good. Yeah. And so I have since left that, unfortunately, which is weird because we all have to play our part in this a very capitalist society.
We do.
We don't really have a choice in that part, but we do have a choice in beliefs.
True.
What the hell was that? Was that important?
Sounded like something clacky.
Yeah, I'll dig around for it later.
Yeah. What were we talking about? So,
my insult to you. You're a libtard, which is the greatest insult to you because you are neither.
That is true.
You are neither. This is the most libtard podcast of all time.
Libtards unite. That's right. This podcast brought to you by Nancy Pelosi's Inside Stock Trading.
Yeah, we're also Sigmas. We're Sigma libtards.
Sigma libtards. Blub blub. I'm so derailed right now. And
blub, blub. Were we fish in a fucking fish tank?
Yeah, we're fish in a fish tank. That's right. Yeah, that's the noise we make as we just hit the glass walls of our prison. Just blub 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 blub. Timothy McVeigh had also been arrested for driving a vehicle without a license plate. And if you remember, he had already been arrested and was currently sitting tucked away in a small town Oklahoma County jail while all across the United States the hunt was on.
Oh, yeah. You said he was like really chill the whole time, right?
He was very calm. He was all, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, watching on TV. Yeah. Because the only thing on TV, especially in Oklahoma right now. In a
spooky way.
Yes, exactly, is the bombing. So the very first time he sees the results, the direct results of his bombs, is when he's sitting in a Perry County, Oklahoma jail cell. Just watching it. Yeah. Not commenting, not making noise, just looking at it.
Right, and if you haven't yet, look up like some photos of the aftermath of it. I mean, it's absolutely warranted that it's just plastered all over the national news.
Yeah, I mean, this is a giant building. This is one of the biggest buildings in Oklahoma City, and a full third of it is blown away, and you can see inside the building just looking at it. You can see those striated layers of construction as people are dying and being compressed by the collapsing floors. It's crazy. So
yeah, truly awful.
Let's get back into this story. Let's make like a ska band and pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
I'm not white. I don't know that.
That one was mostly for Grant.
I liked it.
Thank you.
The yawn was ill-timed.
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy it.
I knew you liked it anyway. Back at the Murray building, search and rescue and demolition teams are working as best as they can to clear the rubble and search for survivors. At this point, locals have set up tents, first aid stations, brought food, blankets, and whatever medical supplies they can, all while ambulances ferry critical care patients back and forth from the bombing scene to the surrounding hospitals. Some people are even driving the less wounded in their own personal cars. By this point, families of the people who work in the Murray building are looking for their loved ones. It's complete chaos, and it's being tenuously managed as best it can.
Thank God this was not during the Uber era.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Because that Uber would have been like, so how was the shooting?
Shaking up?
I'm dying. Please hurry up. Can't run that red light.
Can't run that red light. Hey, you going to leave me a good review? There's water in the back.
You know, I just do this part-time. I'm actually a musician. Do you want to hear a little piece of my screenplay? Hospital now.
You know, you could be polite. You know,
You could just make conversation.
Yeah.
So it starts in a dark street. Slow pan in. Please, no.
So right in this action scene, and it's funny this bombing thing happened because I'm definitely gonna use this later.
You know, I guess inspiration's everywhere you look. They're just like bleeding out, like in the.
Life really is the best inspiration. Isn't it? Oh, it's green now. Sorry.
You know, on Tuesdays I do open mics. God, being in a Nashville lift is such a fun thing. Missing person stations are set up where locals are coordinating with first responders. Essentially, they're trying to create a repository of all the names of the people who work there, names of people who have been found dead, who are injured, who are missing. They're trying to get a tally set up of everyone who is in the Murray building because hundreds of people work there, and people are constantly calling in. They're calling into the police stations. They're calling into the hospitals. They're trying to find their loved ones who worked in the building. So locals on the scene as volunteers are gathering as much information as they can, trying to set up phone trees, trying to get people to where they know, at the very least, if their loved ones are alive or not. The initial explosion was horrific, but as the hours stretch and night comes closer, there becomes a whole new set of problems. Hundreds of people worked in the Murray building, and there are survivors and corpses strewn all throughout the rubble. Because of the way the building was designed, in an open floor plan with longer, thinner floors, when the building exploded, the floors pancaked onto each other, which is literally the term for it, is one level collapses onto the next, which brings down the next floor, and then the next, creating a 9-layer dip of nightmares.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically
That was good.
Thanks.
That was good.
Thank you.
I mean, that's how they implode buildings, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
intentionally, yeah.
Yeah. And unfortunately, in the middle of all that are people.
Oof.
Well, there are a lot of Latin people on this floor. We're going to call this the refried bean layer right here.
Where the white people were, this is the runny
sour cream.
guacamole.
No,
yeah.
this is
the
sour
sour
cream.
cream. Sour cream level, yeah.
Which sour cream is a very important to a 9-layer.
Sour cream's got to be there.
I love sour.
Thin
As a
layer,
kid,
Thin layer.
thin layer. Yes.
Same with people, too, actually. You know, enough, like too many white people can ruin a party.
Too many white people, too much. You get a couple cool, zesty whites in there.
Yeah.
I don't know, Grant. You have a lot of white people at your parties.
I know.
Speaking from personal experience, they can ruin a party. First responders are excavating as best they can and performing emergency amputations in some cases just to get people out. Literally, one woman was caught with her, like, basically just above her knee, where there were several hundred layers of concrete and rubble on top of her. And the best thing they could do just to get her out, because remember, the entire time this is happening, the building is actively collapsing.
Yeah.
In some ways more drastic than others, because some parts of the building are more structurally stable and some are just, you're minutes away from them falling. So they just had to amputate her leg right then and there just to be able to get her out.
Jesus.
While all of this is going on,
Just fucking cut that thing off. Hurry. Get me the fuck out of here.
yeah, seriously, yeah. I mean, like in some cases, there are people like that where they're just like, I have to get out of this.
Yeah.
Because they've been buried. Some of them like are in pitch darkness with the layers of sediment and concrete and everything around them. They don't even know where they are, you know? And then as soon as
They don't even know what happened.
seriously, right, they don't. And they've been there for hours.
I was like, is this hell?
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, one woman who was interviewed thought that. Like, she thought she was literally in hell until the first responders took enough rubble where they could actually see her.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Steve.
Hey.
Are you Satan?
Dude, what a fucking Wednesday.
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah, I forgot about that. This
Yeah.
is a Wednesday. It's
This
just
is
a
a
random
Wednesday, and it happened at 9 a.m. While all of this is going on, bomb squads are actively searching for a secondary explosive device because they're terrified that the initial rental truck explosion was being used to inflict damage, but also to draw in more people to kill them in a secondary explosion. It was what they call the old Israeli double tap.
I'm glad you said that, because I was just about to say that is the most Israeli thing that they do, which is they do a huge bomb of like a hospital or something, wait for everyone to
Wait
convene,
for the first responders, medics, victims' families to come in.
and then blow it up
Then
again.
they drop a second
Dude,
bomb.
that's so fucking evil.
It is
Jesus.
one of the most evil things you can do.
And they're known for it, too.
And it's like literally a thing. Like, yeah, that's how they wage genocide.
yeah.
And those are our
It's
new
gotten to the point to where, like,
Yep.
now if they know Israel attacks, they'll just have to wait a couple hours.
Yeah, the Red Crescent trains their paramedics if they're near a bombing. They have to wait a minimum of, I forget how long it was, like something like 30 minutes, because they're like, the minute you guys show up on scene, they're going to drop another bomb. So you have to wait long enough to just basically, you just have to wait them out.
Fuck.
Just horrific. And this is what the bomb crews are thinking is going to happen, right? They think the initial explosion was just to either set the scene or that there's maybe even more secondary bombs hidden in the building that haven't detonated.
Right.
And any minute, with all the collapse that's going on, they could blow up again. Now, despite the fears of a second bombing, crews are still working around the clock, moving in and out of the building while it's actively collapsing. One nurse who went into the building to search for survivors was killed by falling debris that caved in her head. Multiple injuries are ongoing amongst the first responders and the volunteers, but still, people are moving in and out of the collapsing building until the bomb squad finally stops them. While looking through the debris, the Oklahoma City Police Department explosives teams are digging through the collapsed ATF offices. And that's when they see a green military box labeled LAWS. For those who don't know, a LAWS, L-A-W-S, is a shoulder-mounted rocket used as anti-tank ordnance. In other words, finding this in the middle of an actively crumbling building is a lot like trying to put out a grease fire and tripping over a drum full of gasoline. The bomb squad alerts everyone to the rocket and starts evacuating the first responders. Now, one of the worst things about this is, like we were talking about, people being buried under the rubble. Right in the middle of them finding this LAWS rocket, they were actively excavating a woman who had been buried under 3 floors of rubble since 9 a.m. She'd been sitting in her office chair when the Ryder truck exploded and had been flung and flipped, buried in her chair. She was buried upside down in the rubble for about 6 hours by that point.
Damn, and she survived that?
She survived. She was hurt.
Sure.
But she was not, like, seriously hurt.
That's amazing.
And again, she's upside down, still sitting in her office chair. She said that, like,
Oh my God.
yeah, she said she had, when she was interviewed, she spoke about how she had blacked out for a while. And
Sure.
when she came to, she could hear basically just the sounds of the building creaking around her. And it was still several hours until rescue crews were able to move enough rubble to get to her.
Sure.
And that she barely had enough energy to scream for them when they found her, but that they were able to locate her. They were about halfway through removing enough pieces of debris to even reach her when the bomb squad says, hey, everyone's out of the building right now.
Where did that come from?
The Laws rocket?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you. So responders had been right about to reach her when the evacuation order was given. They had to stop to clear the building, leaving her alone in the cold and the dark. It takes the bomb squad another hour to reach the Laws rocket because they're kitted out in their explosive gear. They're moving slow. And it's on the 8th floor of the building, which is, again, collapsed. So they have to rig up ladders. They have to get a whole thing set up.
Right.
And they have to gently and very slowly lower it down 8 collapsed floors of debris without setting this thing off. But they get it down. They seal the rocket in a box, send it off. EOD, the explosive ordnance disposal people, take it to the county bomb range to be safely disposed of. Only when they dispose of it do they realize that, funny story, the Laws rocket was a fake.
Okay.
It was a dupe rocket that was going to be used in an ATF custom sting operation, but during the evacuation and chaos, the ATF had forgotten to tell anyone about it.
I'm imagining that it's just, I know it's not, but just for the sake of it, like just blue ink, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they go in and just expecting like a huge explosion, and it's just like, poof, and then just blue ink just spreads.
I was picturing
all over
like
them,
little like confetti, just like, and they're just like,
you passed the test.
a little flag that says the ATF just got your ass. Yeah, so they had to waste a little over an hour carefully extricating this fucking dud rocket because no one had bothered to tell them.
Poof.
But after the dud rocket's removed, the search resumes. People are being excavated from the rubble, and the combined forces of the FBI, the ATF, the state troopers, and the Oklahoma City Police Department have finally cordoned off the area and established a 10-square block perimeter to begin digging through the debris and try to find clues.
Okay, now I'm going to assume everyone, like the first responders that found this, the bomb squad, they're all handling this like dripping sweat.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, don't fucking drop.
Yeah, you're also in your like lead-lined Muppet costume too. You know
Yeah, they're all in like full EOD
and
gear.
it's Oklahoma
in the summer.
It's hot.
Yeah.
And like they're just like, okay, put it here safely. Okay, I'm gonna hand it off to you, Grant. Mm-hmm. Everyone's stressed the fuck out. Like, we're here to save people's lives. Lock the fuck in. But there is a comical side to me that's just like there's someone who's just like, uh-oh, and like it didn't go off. It's like, we're going to act like it didn't happen, Steve, and I'll yell at you later.
Here's the thing. I am very mad at you, and we will have words about this later because we're doing something very important. You are in so much trouble, you don't even understand.
But it was just an accident, Steve.
I don't want to hear about it.
Not now.
We're not talking about it right now. We're going to talk about it later.
I had Butterfingers.
I don't want to hear it.
And I swear to God, if you say you're sorry, it's going to be so much worse.
If you say you're sorry.
Never, ever drop a fucking explosive again, okay? I don't want to hear sorry.
I don't want to hear sorry.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
Shut up.
I don't want to hear sorry.
I want to hear, and I want to know take accountability. But you handed it to me wrong. It's like, I didn't hand anything wrong to you. And the fact that you're making excuses right now is going to piss me the fuck off.
And the whole time they're driving to the bomb range, they're just carrying on the same conversation. It's just quiet for a second. It's like, my hands were really sweaty.
Steve,
don't fucking. I will pull over this truck and I will blow it up with both of us inside of it right the fuck now if you say one more goddamn word. Okay?
You know, I
don't want to hear it.
I don't do my best work before 10 a.m. You know that about me.
You know, we had to rush to scene. I didn't even get a cup of Joe.
Did you get a cup of coffee? I had weird dreams last night. Okay? Steve, if you say one more fucking word about your dream again. So is my wife, but she was on a dog.
No, it didn't even have a wife. He's like, yeah, so my Tinder date canceled on me again. Steve, I don't care how unfuckable you are right now. I need you to just not drop bombs right now.
Do you think I should like try Hinge?
Is it my profile picture? Can you just look and tell me if I look good?
Guy's just a vein standing out in his neck. Just, it's not very flattering. It's not a very flattering picture of you, Steve. You're not a good-looking man, but that's not a good picture. It's not selling you. It's not helping.
And I told you at the Christmas party, a bow tie really doesn't work with your face shape, okay? Can we please talk about this
Again,
later?
a man with a bow tie is not a respectable man. I'll say it again. Also, that is a strong held belief I have. You can never respect a man that wears a bow tie.
I like me a bow tie.
I hate bow ties.
Bow tie is such a very specific case to wear. Like it's such a it's a very by the moment.
You
got to
know when to wear it and what to wear it with.
And you know what? Most times you're not supposed to wear it. I'm sorry, bow tie's not an everyday thing.
No.
I've yet to see a time where a bow tie is better than a tie. I've seen some fantastic ties. I've seen some beautiful knots. There's just no time where it's just gonna. If I die, Grant, and it's my funeral and you're wearing a bow tie, I'm gonna haunt you. I'm just gonna let you know.
I just want you to know it's gonna be open casket and I'm putting a bow tie on you. I'm gonna tell the coroner,
dude,
he loved bow ties.
You know what? You do
He
that.
loves polka dots and bow ties. This is what he wants.
And I'm gonna buy everyone like the biggest, most obnoxious bow ties. We'll all be wearing bow ties.
All you've done is confirm for us that everyone at your funeral will be wearing a bow tie.
Have you seen those cool ones
This
they
is
make
what he
out
would
of?
want.
Have you seen those ones?
I hope he's looking up at us right now with tears in his eyes. Just
Yeah,
proud of us.
That's right. I said looking up.
That's right. I didn't misspeak.
He's in hell right now.
He's bothering the devil right now.
He's doing some annoying ass bit, pissing him off more.
I just know he's asking the devil for an N-word pass. And I hope he gives it to him.
He's telling
He's
Satan right now that he's black and black's a state of mind.
He's yelling at Satan for not putting him in black hell right now. Black hell's a lot nicer than white hell. It's a lot cooler. They have better food.
The music's really good.
Anyway, that's my eulogy, y'all. Please take a funeral memento. We'll see you at JOB's afterwards.
No, you don't have to drink the coconut LaCroix. He just wants everybody to hold one.
No, you just have to have one in your hand. You don't have to drink
You
it.
can throw it away on your way out.
There's just a giant pile of unopened coconut LaCroix in the trash can.
You guys give it to like a homeless shelter and they're like, ew,
Oh, what the fuck is
gross.
this?
What do you think of us?
Oh, God. What am I supposed to do with this hogwash? Fucking clean my spark plugs? I mean, fuck.
So we're not allowed to legally take those here at this homeless shelter.
They're unopened. Yeah, it's a flavor thing.
Yeah.
It's illegal and flavor thing.
I mean, listen, like I know homeless people catch a lot of shit, but they are human beings. You can't just give them coconut LaCroix.
I don't know what funny prank you think this is, sir, but we're actually trying to help people here.
To be honest with you, sir, it's kind of insulting.
There's a dog pound down the street where they put down rabid dogs.
Yeah.
They might take it
Yeah,
there.
I gotta be honest. I worked for 5 years in a kill shelter that specialized in dogs that no one loved, and I've never been this sad as I am holding this coconut LaCroix.
I think they take them at Guantanamo Bay. No guarantees.
No guarantees. I think they use it to waterboard people there. I don't know.
What are you gonna have to say? Please just switch to water.
Anything else?
Do you have any secrets? No, I'll never talk.
No, again, I'm a shepherd from in my country. I am not a terrorist.
What else you got? It's like suntan lotion and bubbled water. This is terrible.
Just kill me.
Yeah, I've got 2 cases in my house right now.
I believe you.
Sure you do.
They just give it to you when you show up at the store. No one else is buying this shit. So, we're all more or less familiar with crime scene investigation. But when there's an explosives crime scene, the investigation's a lot more difficult, right? A roughly half-ton rental truck filled to the brim with explosives was detonated in downtown Oklahoma City. There's damage for miles around, and short of the giant crater in front of the collapsing Murray building, it's hard to precisely locate what pieces of evidence are important and what's just debris, right? Anything that they want to search for has now been compressed into a giant, like, pressure, heat-filled explosion that has now scattered it to the winds, right? So normal crime scene, dead guy, knife, you look around, you isolate it.
Right.
Explosive, it could be anywhere.
Yeah.
That is very interesting. I never thought about it like that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Unlike a knife scene or a bullet scene where they can like pinpoint like the trajectory of everything.
Right.
This is just like there's so many different factors.
You get an eyewitness who says, well, the guy was over there and he shot in this direction. So you're like, okay, well, with the angle he was at, there's only so many places the bullet could go to.
Yeah.
So you can still, even if it's a big area, narrow it down. But for here, you don't know what's just trash and what's actual important pieces of the bomb.
I mean, it kind of destroys its own evidence.
Yeah, exactly. There are buildings, street signs, cars, all of them have damage and shrapnel. And sifting through each individual piece of debris to find the remains of the detonator, ignition material, a scrap of paper or a receipt that might have some kind of information on it, it's like trying to find a missing child's remains in Mar-a-Lago. There's just too much to narrow it down.
That's good.
Thanks.
You're killing it today.
I'm trying. I'm trying, y'all.
Yeah, whatever cocktail you were on when you wrote this, keep that up.
A lot of weed.
If it's that easy, you keep doing it, baby.
I find it helps if I have the bones of the script already, and then I get a little bit, and then I just write, and I'm just like, what's funny, what's like interesting, you know, that's kind of how that's a process for me.
Well, I meant to tell you, I think I did weed right for the first time in a long time.
I'm proud of you. How was it?
And I watched a new show that I was like pretty excited about.
Yeah.
I got really invested in it and didn't freak out at all. And then I went to bed.
What terrible comedy did you watch?
I mean, I guess I can plug it. It's called The Hawk. It's on Netflix. It's Will Ferrell's new show.
What's it called?
Yeah, it's called The Hawk.
It's awesome.
Is
Will
that the
Ferrell's
tennis thing?
No, it's
golf, right?
Yeah.
Golf.
So
That's
he's
what
like
it is.
this washed up, like really, really good, like PGL, like golfer or whatever.
Yeah.
And his adult son is now in the PGA is now in the PGA, and he like kind of claws his way back up into it.
Yeah.
And Fortune Feimster, stand-up comedian, kind of bigger woman, curly,
Not crazy about
blonde
her.
hair. She is so good in this.
Is she?
Yeah, she knows shit about golf. He literally like finds her in a parking lot, like, trying to work on her car, and becomes his caddy. It's actually really, really good.
Okay.
It's weird. Like they edited it in such a weird way.
Okay.
Like it's like surprisingly unusual. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But pretty straightforward as far as like a Will Ferrell comedy is concerned. So if you like him, you'll be pleasantly surprised.
You'll like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hey, the Hawk just got the murder schmurder bump. You're welcome.
I've been meaning to watch it.
It's really good.
Cool. Hell yeah. I'll check it out. Now, despite the difficulty inherent to investigating a bomb scene, the FBI catch a break. The first key piece of evidence is found a full block away from the federal building. When the Ryder truck exploded, the entire rear differential was launched a block away and landed in the street. Now, the FBI want to use the part to identify the truck, but the explosion's heat and pressure has burnt off all but one of the serial numbers on the axle housing.
That's impressive.
It is.
And also very lucky.
Very, very lucky. And even more lucky for them, one of the Oklahoma City PD's explosives experts had previously worked in auto theft, and he was able to use a chemical wash and a wire brush and clean the differential down to the very bare metal, where they were able to recover the full part number off of it.
No shit.
That's insane luck.
Very, very lucky.
Wow.
That one, the differential, which a differential on a big truck is, on a box truck, pretty sizable, right? Yeah. So the force alone to blow the entire axle housing a block away, pretty strong, right?
Yeah, that's awesome.
But being able to recover it, being able to find it and identify it as a piece of the truck, and also being able to clean it down to get the full part number off, that's fucking golden.
And having that knowledge, because I feel like most people, we've been in this podcast for a minute. There's a lot of people who are like, kind of like the John Mulaney thing of just like, back in the day.
Before DNA testing, it's like, there's blood everywhere. Gross. Clean that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they're
back to my
We
hunch.
have told...
There's tons of people who have been like, piece of trash. Throw it in the hunk.
We have told so many stories, and we all know that there are so many cops that would have seen this and been like, well, that sucks, and then thrown it into a fucking trash compactor,
Yeah.
That looks like a lot of metal. Better sell it and make some money.
You know what? I better get to like $1.50 at the scrapyard for this, and I can get me Coors. But give me a tall boy on the way home. But no, this was incredibly lucky. Good work, right? So they have the part number. They send it to the National Auto Theft Database and track the part number to the VIN of a Ryder rental truck that had been rented in Junction City, Kansas. Bing, bang, boom. Now they got a trail.
Great detective work.
Great detective
Was
work.
that you said a CSI operative?
This was a man who worked for the Oklahoma City Police Department's explosives department.
But he used to work in auto
But he used to
theft.
work in Grand Theft Auto.
Yes,
and that's how he
sir.
knew that he was able to do something like this.
Is he technically a cop?
I have a thing. And the police, to their credit, much as it pains me to say it, they hit that trail they
They did a
found
good job.
like a bloodhound scenting a fox.
Woo! Woo! Now, I'll also add the
You said a
addendum.
bloodhounds were like,
This guy's probably.
Yeah, a little more gravelly.
Let's not look up any of this guy's history or what he does in his free time. Let's just take this win and not look into.
Let's not look into anything else about
Yeah.
this guy.
Yeah.
separate the art from the artist. Moving on.
I don't want to hear about what he does to his wife, or if he has a wife, or he stalks his ex-girlfriend using flop cameras.
We don't need to know
Nothing.
that.
Yeah.
We just need to know that he found the part.
He did a good job in this
He
one
did a
day.
one good job, and it helped a lot.
Yeah.
That's it.
Let me live with a little bit of happiness today, Joseph. Thank you very much. That's our win.
Hey, I'm ready to move on because you know what? Dub's a dub. So, Oklahoma City Police Department calls the local FBI office in Kansas. They send out an agent to Elliott's Body Shop in Junction City. This is where the Ryder truck was rented. Agent finds the rental paper truck, or finds the rental truck paperwork filled out to the name Robert D. Kling.
You guys rent any trucks where I don't have to, return it? Like, what do you mean, like, return it like next week? I mean, like, ever.
Like ever. Like how bad do you need this back? If I pay extra for the insurance, can I not bring it back?
I was just thinking, like, with cops still being cops, they're like, they do all this amazing detective work, track it down, call, and it's like, hey, did any brown people rent a truck from you?
Because they're still cops. Any Middle Easterners been in here?
Do you have a turban and a creepy beard? No, we had a weird looking white guy. No, not him,
No, that can't be
probably.
right. No. Anybody else?
We had a weird white guy that came in and said he was going to return it and never bring it back. Or he rented and never bring it back. But other than that, nothing.
Well, if you're sure no coloreds came in here, I guess you can tell me about the weird white guy. It's probably a dead end.
It's like, okay, well, thank you for your time. Click.
Calls him back. It's a dead end, boys.
Yeah, that guy in Bomb Squad, he didn't know shit.
He doesn't know dick. As the FBI agent interviews the body shop workers, they fly out a sketch artist on a red eye to get to the body shop. Additionally, by the end of the first day of the bombing, President Bill Clinton, he of the botched Waco decision, the saxophone, and the Lolita Express, declares the bombing a national emergency.
Okay.
As night falls on the first day of the bombing, it gets colder and rain begins to pour. Rescue crews have been working around the clock, but there are still people trapped in the building. If you remember, Dr. Spangler, our emergency medicine resident who went from his shift directly to the bomb site, it is around this point that he finally collapses from exhaustion. He just blacks out.
Sure.
He's carried from the scene. More family members of the Murray building workers have gathered, including parents of the children who'd been in the daycare. By this point in the excavation, they have not been able to reach the daycare
Ugh.
or where they believe the daycare even was.
Oh, my God.
sobbing. I'd be absolutely sobbing.
Yeah. One mother described the pain of standing in the rain, looking at the building, and not knowing if her 2-year-old son was even still alive or not. She wanted, when she was interviewed, you could tell she was still torn up about this, but
sure.
She described, it really stuck with me because she said the feeling was so painful of both wanting him to be alive and wanting him to be at rest. Because she knew if he was alive, it meant he was hungry, cold, and trapped there in the building under thousands of pounds of rubble.
Dude, if I was a dad, I swear to God, you'd have to shoot me and throw me in jail before I would like stop.
To keep you from just trying.
Because I would, like, I was like, there's nothing you can do to stop me if I'm lifting rubble. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like what you do to me. I'm going in there.
I'm gonna find.
Yeah, I think I would have to be like physically
restrained. Yeah,
because I would be climbing in there, pulling rocks.
Yeah.
And that did happen. You know, people as the night went on, instead of stopping, they kept working. People brought floodlights to set up. They brought tents, even more tents to try to keep the rain out of the buildings. They started hanging awnings near the front of the building to try to keep people from like possibly drowning under the rubble as the rain accumulates.
Yeah.
Relief crews came to take over for the exhausted rescuers who had been working since that morning. They worked through the night, pulling more and more bodies and less survivors as the night goes on. The next morning, the sketch artist arrives from his red eye into Junction City, Kansas, and works with the witnesses at the body shop to build composite sketches of not only the man signing his name as Robert Kling, but another man who'd been with him. Much to the FBI's surprise, the sketch artist doesn't draw two Middle Eastern men, but two youngish white men with military-style haircuts. Back in Perry, Oklahoma...
This doesn't look like a Muhammad. Are you sure this is right?
You sure this is right? Look at this guy. He looks like me.
That's a nice haircut, but...
Man, this guy's got a toothbrush haircut just like mine.
Yeah, he looks good.
That's good. Can I keep this?
I'm gonna give it to my barber later. Say this is the haircut I want.
I want a Robert Kling.
Yeah. Give me the Unabomber. Back in Perry, Oklahoma, Timothy McVeigh is still sitting in his jail cell. He'd been held overnight to go to the local courthouse for his hearing on his misdemeanor weapons charge and driving without a license plate. But the county court tells the local police department that they've got too many cases today and McVeigh's just going to have to wait. So McVeigh, still calm and collected, waits another day in the local clink. Because he could have been released. That was the day he was supposed to be scheduled for court, right? But the local county judge, if they were too fucking lazy or too busy, or they were too busy, whatever, for whatever reason, keeps him there another day. Back in...
This guy's in the DUI tank.
Yeah, he's in the hold. He's just in a holding cell.
Just fucking sitting in the pink tank. Just being like,
yeah.
Grant, when you imagine if you were in the DUI tank with this guy.
With Tim McVeigh.
Actually, I think I would have appreciated that because he would just be quietly sitting in a corner.
Yep.
Not trying to sell me something. And it's like, dude, shut up. You don't have that on you, and I don't have any money on me. Please stop talking to me.
We're in, I don't know if you noticed, a cell right now.
We happen to be in jail.
And I'm having a terrible day.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy your pretend dime bag off of you.
If you don't mind, I'm going to close my eyes again. And then when I get a quick nap in, I'm going to pull more glass out of my hair, okay?
And if I don't die in my sleep like I pray I do, then I'll wake up and clean myself up a little bit more.
Once I'm well rested after my 15-minute nap. Please go on, Joseph.
In Kansas, FBI agents have the composite sketches, and they send them out on the wire. They're running all over town to see if anyone has seen Kling and the other still unidentified man. After some local canvassing, the agents find out that the two men stayed at a local hotel where they'd been seen with a Ryder truck. The agents go to the Dreamland Motel, and they toss the room that Kling had been in and find nothing. But they find something even better. On the hotel registry, they find the name, signed for the room, Timothy McVeigh.
Oh, shit.
He signed his real name?
It's his real name.
An idiot.
I know, he signed with his real name.
Oh, I mean, it's the fucking 90s. You hand that motherfucker cash and you put down whatever the fuck name you want.
And they don't check it.
No.
You put down whatever you want, and they're going to be like, Optimus Prime, paid in cash, cool, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
not
don't
my
give a
fucking
shit.
problem. Hurry up.
Yeah.
Try not to bust on everything. Just
You could buy a plane ticket in cash.
He lied on a truck rental, but signed his real name at a motel. That's crazy work.
These are not smart people we're dealing with. These are not evil geniuses.
Do you think that was out of, how do I put this? Out of stupidity, laziness, or do you think there was a part of him that did want to get notoriety and did want to get caught? He did want to eventually get caught in the act, like to show like his prowess and genius.
To show what he's capable of.
Yes.
I do think there's a little bit to it of
I
that.
mean, maybe, but like, I feel like
You think it's like a mixture of all
if he
three,
lied
or?
first, then told the truth, it feels more like negligence to me.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
I think it could be a little bit of all three. I mean, McVeigh was proud of what he did.
Yeah, of
And
course.
he knew he was going to be caught. He knew that he was going to, best case, live on the run for the rest of his life or be killed by the police or be found, right? He knew
Right.
there were only so many ways this could end. And he was making a statement. This was a direct plan to engage in what he viewed as a race war.
And he wanted to be a martyr.
He wanted. That's what these people want. Like we've talked about many times. These people want to die in hails of gunfire. They want to be remembered for being like white martyrs.
Okay. Sorry.
So
Try-
for whatever, no,
Trying to get in the mindset.
no,
trying
it's
to understand
very,
people.
it's a good question because you can look at it and say like Timothy McVeigh's obviously a fucking moron for doing this, and maybe that's what it was. Maybe he just didn't think like, oh well, it's not like they're going to check,
Yeah.
Maybe he thought he'd be dead by the time they did check. Maybe he, you know what I mean? There's no telling. Maybe he was going to sit in the Ryder truck and let it blow up with him inside it. Maybe at the last minute he changed his mind. Maybe he's just a fucking idiot. But it is good to think about that kind of stuff and to kind of analyze that. And like you said, I do legitimately think some of it was he wanted to be caught and he wanted the notoriety.
Yeah.
But this just flames the cops up. Now they have the names of both of their suspects, and they begin a search of the NCIC, which at the time was the largest database of arrests made in the country. But it's worth remembering this was in 1993. The technology they had when we're talking about a database is very different than what we consider a modern database.
Right.
They do not have an all-encompassing OS that they can just search the names through, right? The NCIC's data was kept in hundreds of storage devices that if you look at them, they look kind of like film reel canisters. Essentially, each canister is a storage device that had to be manually loaded into a computer where they could then search through that particular canister's information. They have to scroll through each one, right? And while that is, beneficial and it is updated constantly, they still have to manually search through the names. So it's not nothing, but it's still a much longer process than you might think and an infinitely slower process than we could do today.
Right.
We're going to catch this guy as soon as Steve gets off the phone.
As soon as IT starts helping me with this computer, we're going to figure this thing out.
Steve, I'm on dial-up. Wrap it up.
Who's trying to download something off the internet while I'm doing this? What the fuck?
My mother's calling me. My mother's worried sick.
You tell that bitch to get off the phone. We got a terrorist to catch. So while the computer nerds are searching through the database, the FBI begins searching for any phone calls, receipts, property records, anything they can find that is linked to the names Kling or McVeigh. They also release the police drawings to the media. and when it's revealed that 2 young white men and not Middle Easterners carried out the bombing, the general public loses their fucking minds. McVeigh, meanwhile, is sitting in his...
What, they're like, again?
McVeigh, meanwhile, is sitting in his jail cell in Perry, Oklahoma, watching the news roll through and realizes with all the updates coming on that the FBI has a beat on him. Mm-hmm. Now, prior to McVeigh's name being found and released, one of the sketches appeared on TV, and one of the local Perry, Oklahoma officers commented when he saw the sketch of McVeigh, pointed to McVeigh and said, "Hey, that guy looks a lot like you."
Hell, that could be your twin.
Actual quote.
No fucking way. Are you doing a bit right
I'm
now?
not joking. No, this happened. One of the guys in the local one of the local cops looked at it and was like, "Huh, that looks a lot like you, man." And McVeigh just said, "Yeah, it sure does."
Once he wiped the powdered donut residue from his face, he turned over and said, "Hey, that looks a lot like you."
McVeigh even joked with one of the officers that, "Oh yeah, I'm the guy who blew up Oklahoma City. Ha ha ha." Trying to make it look like, "Oh yeah, that's me. That's crazy." Mm-hmm. And they all had a big laugh about it.
We're so incompetent. We don't care if you did.
Unfortunately for McVeigh, and fortunately for everyone else, he couldn't rely on small town dumb cops forever. After hours of searching through the database, the police techs find McVeigh's name and that he's being held in Perry, Oklahoma. By the time the FBI realizes this and calls the local Perry, Oklahoma Police Department, McVeigh is standing in front of the judge at the county courthouse and was approximately 45 minutes from being given his misdemeanor charge and just walking out the front door.
Holy shit. And this is like, what, we're under 48 hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just under 48 hours since the bombing has happened.
Holy shit.
He is literally, he was this close to just being let go. Because if you remember, he was held from the day before.
Right.
So he could have been gone a day earlier and he would have just been out in the wind. Right. No idea where he is.
I'm not saying FBI does the best work. We're not saying that.
No.
But I am saying...
That's pretty good, though.
1990s FBI, right here, they're doing great work. But they're like, we got to get those podunk motherfuckers to do their job for 10 more fucking seconds. Speed over through that goddamn town.
I can only imagine the stomach clenching fear when they're like, holy shit, we got him. Where's he being held? Perry, Oklahoma. Call whatever Barney Fife motherfuckers are there. Right the
Barney
fuck
Fife was exactly
now.
what I was thinking.
Call him right the fuck now and tell him to get that motherfucker. How y'all doing? This is the Perry, Oklahoma Sheriff's Department.
Oh, the answer just like Grant does, which he does Monty Burns from The Simpsons. Mm-hmm. Ahoy hoy. Listen, you dumb motherfucker. You fucking podunk, no nonsense, bullshit ass having job person. Answer the fucking phone.
You pull that piece of straw out of your mouth, tighten up and button your shirt. Listen to everything I'm about to tell you. There's a man named Timothy McVeigh. He's at the courthouse. Go get his ass.
Well, that wasn't very polite of you, sir. I'm going to hang up, and I hope you call me back with a nicer tone.
Yeah, real uppity. Yeah, and I sure told him.
Bet he'll think twice next time he's rude to somebody on the telephone.
Next time he talks to Jambalaya McFuckface, he'll have a better attitude.
He'll know what's what. I'm the sheriff of what's this place called? Perry. I'm the greatest sheriff of Perry, Oklahoma.
I imagine that's exactly how it went, too. But luckily, they catch him in time. Seriously, so close to McVeigh just walking.
Yeah.
But when...
even McVeigh's like, this has worked out surprisingly easy. Well,
I know. McVeigh standing in front of the judge legitimately probably thought, I'm good.
Yeah.
Man, this system is way worse than I thought it was.
It's just like, I was right to bomb these people. They're a bunch of fucking idiots. But as soon as they realize who McVeigh is, he is grabbed and grabbed hard and held in the courthouse's detention center. No one in or out. Unfortunately, don't know who, don't know how, word gets out that McVeigh's been found. The local FBI and ATF agents start to move on Perry, Oklahoma. Simultaneously, news reporters, other agents, and enraged citizens converge on Perry, Oklahoma en masse.
Yeah.
We're talking thousands of people filling this small town.
Just rocking the
Oh,
boat.
for sure.
Just looking to get a piece of McVeigh.
Again, if I was a father and I just lost my son, I
Just-
don't need sleep.
Dude, just a crowd of soccer hooligans around the referee's van. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just
And on top of that, imagine I'm the father. Imagine you're my boss. And
Yeah.
I'm crashing. I'm going there.
What are you going to say? No, you can't do that?
Right.
You're probably handing him a gun too and being
Yeah,
I'll go with you.
Yeah.
yeah.
And yeah, that's exactly what happens. In the space of a few hours, thousands of strangers are now in this town hunting for the courthouse, hunting for McVeigh. Because they assume he's under arrest, but they don't know where he is. So you've got armed citizens running all up and down this small town. Do you know where McVeigh is? Do you know where McVeigh is? And it's whipping up a fucking feeding frenzy.
Yeah, at this point, I'm like, I don't care if he goes to court. I'm killing him myself. I'm finding this motherfucker. I'm going to strangle him to death.
That is very much a concern, which is why when the FBI realized he was there, they reached out to the local sheriffs. They said,
Shut it down.
when they found out where he was, they said, you keep McVeigh in that detention center in the courthouse. Do not move him. Do not let anyone else into that room that is not wearing a fucking badge on their chest. And you do not let anyone know that doesn't need to know where he is. And you do not move until one of us gets there.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't hear a please or a thank you, sir, so you can call me back whenever you feel like it.
Can't believe I have to learn him something twice in one day. Man, they're getting rude.
FBI guys driving, and then there's just like silence, and he's just seething. And then you just hear like Steve in the passenger seat be like, that guy sounded like a real yokel. And he's like, shut up, Steve. I'm not done being mad at you yet.
Yeah, just trying to pass off the heat. Yeah, he sounds like a real asshole, right?
That podunk asshole don't know what's about to hit him, right? Shut the fuck up, Steve.
I feel like he's worse than a bomb dropper.
I'm just saying I'm mad at him. I don't know if you guys are mad at him. So let's all just let's say number one bad guy is the guy who did the bombing.
Yeah. That's number one with a bullet,
Yeah,
right? He's
right.
obviously the bad guy.
And we're trying to catch him, and anyone that's getting in the way is probably number two. So
Probably
this
number two.
guy.
And
So
then, and then somebody that has just a little whoopsie daisy every now and again. I mean, he's definitely
pretty far
low.
down the list.
Steve, shut the fuck up. Just a little hoopsums every now and again. I mean,
you can't fault a man for a mistake. You know, a mistake is something that you didn't intentionally do. You know, it's. Meanwhile, they have agents that are searching McVeigh's intake form. You know, when you get arrested, you do have to put your name, address, all that shit on there. And on the intake form is an address listed in Decker, Michigan. And they raid that house faster than a cop's wife can scream, "No, Levi, not again! Not in front of the kids!"
dark.
They've been doing good police work. I got to take them down a notch.
Sure.
The FBI and the local police department in Michigan send a SWAT team to the Decker, Michigan house. Because for all they know, this house is booby-trapped, set to explode, or they're about to walk into another Waco, right? Mm-hmm. So they approach cautiously. When they realize no one's there, they tear through that house looking for evidence. They're ripping up the floorboards looking for stuff. Back in Oklahoma, the FBI and cops have finally arrived at the courthouse to come and collect McVeigh, where they are greeted by a literal screaming mob of thousands of people demanding that McVeigh be lynched, shot, torn apart, tortured in front of them. There are people who are actively armed, waving guns around. When they get in to the county courthouse, one of the ATF agents finds McVeigh, and when he was interviewed, he remembered being both like infuriated to be in the presence of this man, right? But also being kind of dumbstruck, being kind of like caught off guard by this scrawny little white man in front of him. Mm-hmm. You know, just like looking at this guy and thinking, this is a man who literally murdered hundreds of people, maybe more, because again, rescue efforts are still ongoing.
Right, they don't have a head count yet.
They don't have a head count of how many people are dead yet. But he's looking at a mass murderer and thinking he should be scarier, bigger. There should be something, you know, something that is just this, for lack of a better word, like an evil X factor.
I was about to say, like you know, scales to warrant this monster in front of him.
Right.
Yeah, because, you know, in his head, he's like, this person is super cutthroat, has to be like this evil genius mastermind that doesn't give a shit who he hurts to get to his target, even if it is, you know, 100 children.
Yeah.
This person has no warrant for human life to get to what he has. So, like, or what he wants. So he has to think like this person is.
This is a monster. Yeah. That I'm talking to.
Hannibal Lecter version.
Yeah.
Like, just like, oh, this guy's gonna be. Hello.
Yeah. And then he just sees this scrawny, quiet piece of shit in front of him, and he looks at him and he says, "We all know what you did. We're here for you. We're bringing you to justice. I'm going to keep you alive to long enough to get you out of here." And the guy and Tim McVeigh looks at him. He says, "Yes, sir. Okay." And then he puts a bulletproof vest on McVeigh. He says, "When we go out there, you do exactly what I tell you to do. You move when I tell you to move, and I will get you out of here. I'm going to keep you alive long enough for you to stand in front of a judge and face what you did. But if you make he said, if you run, if you do anything I don't like, I will feed you to this mob of people." And McVeigh says, "Yes, sir." And the agent is just struck by how quiet this man is. And when he leads him out in front of the courthouse, he says that was the first time he saw Tim McVeigh show actual emotion. When these mob of people, I mean, this is like an angry mob of like torches and pitchforks kind of thing.
I was literally thinking that, yeah.
The energy coming off of them is screaming, "Murder this man."
Yeah.
They want to kill him, and they will kill him if they get the chance to. And he says the first emotion he saw out of McVeigh wasn't fear, but almost like a kind of wonder at what he did, at getting the reaction out of these people. He said that's when he realized how much of a monster this man was.
Right.
That's when he saw the monster he'd been looking for. Because he didn't care that these people were angry. He wasn't afraid of them. He didn't feel sad about what he did. He was just amazed at what a reaction he got out of these people.
To say, almost impressed with himself.
And exactly, he's impressed with himself.
Yeah.
And in a very real way, while it's not a complete one-to-one, when you get these agitators, you get these bad faith actors online, you get these people who are reactionaries, you get Chud the Builder that we talked about. You get these people who are just trying to racially incite violence. Mm-hmm. You know, you get these dipshit right-wing losers who go around trying to get a reaction out of people. In a very real way, to me, this is a same kind of energy. This is the same thing that they want. They want to be able to inflict pain.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a super duper extreme case of an internet troll.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like he's looking for the same reaction and doing a similar train of thought. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Similar motivations, exactly. Different actions.
Yeah.
But they managed to get McVeigh out. They lead him to an armored police car, and they escort him to Tinker Air Force Base in Oklahoma. While he's being escorted, his house in Decker, Michigan, is being stripped down to the floorboards, literally.
And this is his actual home.
This residence. Is the address that he listed on his intake form.
Okay.
When he was arrested.
Okay.
So, as far as they know, this is McVeigh's actual home. But they don't know how deep this goes.
Sure.
Two things.
Mm-hmm.
Because he goes from Texas to Michigan to Oklahoma within a 2-year period. Strange so far.
I think I can see where he's at in the sense of like how do I put this? When he sees the mob, he's feeding off the energy. But he doesn't care if the race of the people where that energy is coming from. Because like in my head, he would want a whole bunch of non-whites being upset. But to him, this isn't about a race thing. That's like, again, it goes to the martyrdom. Like he wants to be remembered. So he's feeding off the energy itself, and it no longer has to be worried about race.
Yeah.
It's no longer like white supremacy. It's like now it is pure ego that is fueling him, which is scary, dangerous, and sad.
Yeah.
And then two, if he really was a genius and he put the house there, he should do it like what meth labs do. Like this should be booby trapped to the
Or it's
T.
rigged to blow. Yep.
Like, you know, I'm sure you've seen like different videos of like drug dealer houses, like not high end drug dealers,
But no, like stash houses.
yeah, where they're like, oh, you open this door, there's gonna be a nail filled thing coming in to like burst through your chest.
Yeah,
for, like,
they have like a fucking drop where it's like if you step on this, it's like got a shotgun with a fucking piano wire rigged to it, and that's like hillbilly death traps.
Sure.
Yeah, like if he was really I guess my point is if he was really about what he says he is, none of what he's doing would really happen.
Right.
Like if you're really about like I got to bring down the FBI and ATF, you wouldn't be killing children.
Yeah.
If you were really about like bombing this, you wouldn't have hurt so many civilians in the process. If you were really about bringing about white supremacy, you wouldn't have done this to hurt so many white people.
To hurt a community. You would have targeted a very specific area.
Right.
You would have done, you would have had motivations that would have aligned with your supposed war on the government.
And if you would have if you wanted to really like bring home that like I'm a genius and I'm like planting seeds for you and the seeds are just landmines, you would have bugged this home. He would have like done this and the third to make sure like every foot in that house they would had to earn.
Yeah.
Like fucking World War I trench warfare.
Yeah.
Like they would have had to earn every step in that house.
Every foot is bought with blood. Or like Home Alone.
Yeah. Out of comical. But what I'm trying to point out and like what I'm realizing is he didn't do any of that stuff.
No.
He is not about his actual beliefs. He is more about his ego more than anything.
Yeah.
Keep going, I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. That's a very good observation and analysis. So while McVeigh's being escorted, they get they stripping down the home. They do get the title to the home and find that the house in Decker, Michigan is owned by two anti-government militiamen, James and Terry Nichols. Now, before you get too excited, these ain't no militant gay men, which would have been way more exciting.
Oh.
Instead, they're two chucklefuck brothers and somewhat well known by the FBI's domestic terrorism squad. These guys are already on the list of people to watch.
They have a list?
They have a list.
Good for them. I didn't know they had a list.
This is kind of in its infancy of domestic terrorism monitoring, but they had the Nichols brothers on their list already. So when they find that, they're like, oh, fuck, how deep does this go? Right? Because they know Robert Kling, Timothy McVeigh, and now the Nichols brothers. But they don't know if this is a one part of a terrorist cell that is got like 8 more people waiting to do something. They don't know to what extent that the operation goes. But while digging into them, they discover that Terry Nichols and Timothy McVeigh are old Army buddies who served in the same unit. While Terry Nichols is nowhere to be found, the FBI is able to track down Nichols' ex-wife and get his current address in Kansas.
Of course he has an ex-wife.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
A white
She has to deal
supremacist
with
that
his
has
ass
an ex-military
again.
background. Of course he has an ex-wife
course he
that
does.
wants
Yeah.
nothing to do with him.
And when she got that call, you know what she thought? I guess it finally happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew it would. But they get...
Sorry, did you hear about the the ICE agent that just killed one of the fathers in Maine.
Yeah.
How they contacted the ex-wife.
Yeah.
Very similar story. She was like, I was in a very abusive relationship for years. I have wanted nothing to do with him.
They had that recording of him threatening to slit his ex-wife's throat.
Yeah, and then she like basically had to say like, I've been telling people he's a danger to society.
Yep.
And yet he still was able, like he said, he got hired by ICE, and she even said like, I'm surprised he was able to get hired in the first place. With
Those are the
history.
kinds of people they're fucking hiring, man.
Yeah. I mean, they are looking for anybody.
Any scumbag who wants to have a sense of power and hurt someone, they're gonna fucking take them.
And yeah, of course, like prosecutors reached out to her, and she was like,
Yeah, I tried to tell people.
yeah.
And you guys gave him a gun in a position of authority, and look what he did.
And then apparently he reached out to her after the shooting. Was like, hey, people are going to reach out to you. Don't tell them the truth about anything about our relationship. And she was like, I'm not doing that. I'm telling them everything.
I'm telling them everything.
Good on her.
Yeah. So they track down Nichols' ex-wife, and she gives them his current address in Kansas, which is only a few miles away from the body shop where the Ryder truck was rented. After finding Terry Nichols in Kansas, they put a tail on him. Nichols, being a paranoid anti-government nutjob, is able to make the tail. And rather than try... he knows what he's looking for.
Yeah. Okay, he's at least smart enough to know, like, I just pulled off this crazy shit. They're probably going to be looking for me.
They're going to look for me. And then when he sees them, he's like, yep, they found me.
Yeah.
And rather than fight it out, he drives to the local police station and turns himself in.
Huh.
Yep.
Interesting.
Let's see how this plays out, Cotton.
Let's see. Bold strategy. Let's see how it plays for him. McVeigh arrives at Tinker Air Force Base and is put in isolation by the FBI. Like I said, at this point, they have no idea how deep the plot really goes. Did McVeigh and Kling build the bombs alone? How deeply involved are the Nichols brothers? Are there more conspirators, more bombs waiting to go off somewhere? So while McVeigh stews in a cell in Oklahoma, Nichols is interviewed in Kansas for 10 straight hours. Nichols spills his guts almost from the moment the interview starts.
Did they bring out the McDonald's or anything? He's just like, is the tape on? Okay, let me tell you everything.
They basically just put an ashtray in front of him and said, start talking, and he did. But oddly, he does remain calm and cold the entire time. It's like he's just reciting something he memorized a long time ago. He tells them about attending gun shows and bomb-making demonstrations with McVeigh and Kling. Eventually, he tells the police that he knows as much about bomb-making as Tim does, but claims that McVeigh carried out the bombing without his knowledge. While Nichols is interviewed, however, the FBI find inside of his home 5 full rolls of primer cord, blasting caps, and a receipt for 2,000 pounds of ammonium nitrate.
That's Tim's.
Tim left that at my place.
How many pounds?
2,000.
How much volume does that take?
Enough to fill a Ryder truck.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Fucking damn.
About a box truck's worth.
Yeah. If we're just using, measurements, I don't know.
Just rough,
Spitballing, Meanwhile, the FBI in Buffalo, New York have located Tim McVeigh's father and go to Buffalo to interview him.
Okay.
They ask him, the agents do, point blank, if they think his son would be capable of bombing a federal building, and if so, do they think he'd do it alone? And McVeigh's father tells them, yes, he absolutely would do that.
So they've got a good relationship.
So they've got a great relationship.
Actually, yeah. Does he have a good relationship with his father? Like, does his dad hate him, or like what?
No, his dad was also a veteran of an older war, but they did not have a good relationship. It was the kind of thing where when they talked to him, it seemed pretty obvious that they were just like, huge disappointment, and he's like, huge disappointment.
Right.
His dad, if I had to guess, super racist, but somehow not a white supremacist.
Yeah, no, he's like old-fashioned racist, where he's just like, Yeah, I mean, I say bad things because, that's what we're supposed to do, But, I mean, I'm not going to, like, blow him up or nothing.
Yeah, or he's like, oh, those damn Japs, they're just like the Polacks.
Damn Polacks, they're just like the Irish. Yeah. Damn Irish, they're just like the blacks.
Yeah, it's just like, it's not like necessarily race. It's like anyone can catch a stray.
It's like if you're not him or a white man that's his friend, he hates your guts. Yeah. And he's not above hating you for racial traits.
Yeah, so like, it's like, are you white supremacists? Like, oh no, those Polacks are also trash.
What, you think I'd hang out with a bunch of goddamn Catholics?
Yeah, he hates Italians. Oh, you know that they're loud and complaining a lot.
Damn Goombas.
I could never get my son to understand that.
So he tells them, yes, Tim absolutely would blow up a federal building. And he tells them to talk to Terry Nichols, who they already have, and a man named Michael Fortier. And once again, the web stretches out further than the police had originally imagined. Another manhunt begins for the man named Michael Fortier. And as the search begins, the authorities wonder what else they're going to find. How many more bombs? How many more terrorist cells scattered around the country just waiting for an opportunity to strike? What else could possibly happen when so much has happened, so much pain, so much death already?
No, Dad, you're gonna hear about my name in the papers. I'm gonna blow this place up. The only thing you're gonna blow up is a bathroom.
And that, dear gentle listeners and viewers, is where we're gonna pick back up for the conclusion to the Oklahoma City bombing in our series on American white supremacy.
Hell yeah, I love this. This is amazing. Thank you, Joseph.
This is a good one.
No problem.
I'm really curious. I didn't even think about. You mind if mine fell behind the couch? For
yeah, absolutely.
Is that what that clunking was?
That's what that clunking was, and then that was me looking under the couch, being like, "Well, that's until we break down."
That would have been hilarious. Just in front of the camera,
just cats pawing
but I was like, "Nah, this is serious."
Like, I don't need it that bad.
You're a different man than me, Grant. We've talked about it many times, but
you're stronger than me. If I dropped mine, it would have been like, "This stops now. I need it."
I again didn't know very much about this, but not surprised that there are other people involved in it. But a little surprised, I guess, that it wasn't more talked about because, I mean, Timothy, he's like the big guy.
Yeah, you hear Oklahoma City bombing, you think Timothy McVeigh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this is
So I'm intrigued to learn more about these other idiots.
It's a big thing, and like I said, like this is like not even a week after everything's happened, right? This is a few days after the bomb has just gone off. They are in the thick of it, and I have a whole thing about it in part 3, but it really makes you think about this level of dedication and this level of police work and actual honest detective work. Like I said, this is impressive. They're working this case to try to find this man.
Yeah.
And it really makes you wonder if those level of resources and care and just effort were put into the kind of crimes that don't end in hundreds of people dead, right? When we talk about missing people, we've talked about how many serial killers that have left trails of bodies.
Yeah.
That of specifically, like, usually
a lot of times really sloppy
work. Jobs, usually unhoused people, sex workers, and while those are different things to investigate, right? Those are totally different kinds of crimes. It just makes you wonder if this kind of care and effort was put into people like that, how much safer could we all be?
Yeah.
If people really tried, if the people who are supposed to protect us but have been ruled many, many times by different state and Supreme Courts that they are not legally obligated to protect us,
right?
If they actually were there for us, what could they accomplish?
Right.
So that's part 2. Big hefty boy, big story chunk right there. Part 3 is going to be good. We're going to wrap it up. We're going to talk about, like, basically kind of have a retrospective on what we've been talking about this whole time. What I hope we've learned, what we've thoughts on this whole thing. It's been a big project, and I'm really glad to have put it together. As much as it's crazy to say, I've been enjoying writing this. It's important to me to talk about this kind of stuff and to really think about where it came from, what it's influenced, and where we are now. And I'm glad you guys are here for it.
Yeah. I think it was like the last episode or the episode before that. I was giving a lot of thanks and praise and accolades. And I'd like to continue that and saying, like, this has been very eye-opening. We've all heard of white supremacy, but I've never given it too much thought.
Yeah.
But, pulling this thread, there's a whole carpet, if you will.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, shit, there's way more meat on this bones than I thought it was.
Oh, yeah.
It is unfortunate how much everything is linked together.
Yeah.
And then also, what was it when you said what's the number? The white supremacy in 1988 or something like that?
Oh, 1488.
1488. And it's like they got code numbers. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
Fucking cheese dick stuff, man. Yeah, they got code numbers. They got secret names, organizations. They got their little clubs.
they got militias. It's kind of impressive in like a weird way. But like, again, it would be so much more impressive if they just had some intelligence behind them. This is just so ego driven on
I still hold very firm to the fact that it's driven almost exclusively by a massive, deep-seated insecurity.
Oh, for
yeah.
sure.
100%.
And it's like it's like the more we've gone into it, the more truthful that becomes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, in the past I'd be like, oh, maybe it was like bad upbringing or something. I'm sure there's a part of that to
Oh,
it.
sure. There's a lot of there's a lot of like material conditions that are dictated by socioeconomic conditions, but you genuinely cannot talk about one without also talking about the prevailing white supremacist culture in not only the United States, but also in a lot of families and a lot of homes where they want they encourage their children to grow up thinking this way.
Right.
So I also grew up with a lot of, how'd I put this? A lot of white trash that, how'd I put this? Where the families, the elder was like, no, we're better than the rest because we're white.
Mm-hmm.
But I grew up with so many other like poor kids or like Black, Hispanic, Arabic and stuff. Where it's just like, oh no, we're like all poor. So like, you want to come over to my house and play basketball or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like oddly a good thing, but it was just because I got to see like other racist parents and like parents who are like racist towards Hispanic. I'm like, yeah, Jamie's a nice kid.
Yeah.
Like Jamie's probably a better kid than my kid, so like I got like praise for that.
Yeah.
So this is just eye opening on
that weird cognitive dissonance where they're like so proud of themselves for something they didn't earn or achieve, and they're like nominally like white people are superior, but then they meet someone like you or like someone else or like they meet other people and they're like, well, Rosie at the store, I like her, she's not like them, she's not taking jobs or whatever, she's not like contributing to the decline of Western civilization or whatever. And it's because ultimately it's an illogical existence.
Well, I mean, they've been fed a bullshit story, and the only way to be able to keep that worldview intact is to just, like you're talking about, say that, no, that's just one of the few exceptions. That's one of the good ones, as would be often said.
Exactly.
As opposed to allowing that to actually break down this really caustic worldview that's been fed to them since they were born a lot of times, and it's something their grandfather believed in, their great-great-grandfather, or whatever. That's a really hard thing to break down fully, so you just say, oh, that's an exception.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's much easier to add not this person, add little exceptions to your worldview than critically analyze your worldview and
allow
take
the
it
whole
apart.
thing to break down.
Exactly.
Because a lot of people can't handle that shit.
They can't.
It's true.
Which is kind of sad.
It is. I mean,
That's just how the human brain works.
Yeah.
It's true.
I don't know, I guess innately capable of just analyzing everything as a whole and being able to break that kind of stuff down.
Yeah, but you're a freak of nature. Also, you've had multiple concussions, so like.
Yeah.
That is true.
You've had just the right amount of concussion.
I think so, yeah.
And you are also a freak of nature.
One more is scary.
And freak, yeah.
One more is scary.
Yeah. One more and we got to all duck.
Well, again, I cannot repeat this often enough, but we are not cut from the same cloth, Grant. If I lived your life for probably a day, I would crumble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
If I was you for a month, I would kill myself. No, I'm just kidding. Not because your life sucks, but because I'd be like, I'm so tired.
Yeah, it's a lot to handle. But,
I am exhausted.
it's kind of fun though at times.
Yeah, you're doing great things.
Yeah.
And we are
So proud of you.
very proud of you and everything that you do and how you have so many people in our community and how like Joseph and I feel like we're like have come together and kind of joined your community.
Yeah.
I hate this.
You build such I'm impressed by you, Grant. You build such a loving environment for people, and you welcome people in, and you created a community that, like exactly what Jamie said. I feel like I've been brought into it and made better by it.
This is like a opposite of an intervention.
Yeah. You're the best, Grant. Fuck you.
Let's try an intervention next time. So, if you enjoyed what you heard and
Grant,
are
you
excited
should
about
drink
the next
more.
one, follow-
Grant, you should tear it all down.
now that I'm okay with.
Feeds them. Yes.
That's much
You're
more
right. I
comforting.
could be a scumbag. That sounds more fun.
If you too are made uncomfortable by compliments, write in.
Don't email trashroll@gmail.com. If your friends actually love you and take care of you and want the best for you, don't be afraid to text us at 615-768-9483. Follow us on all our socials. Again, we need money. We're trying to get that motion right now. Okay, we need
to get
that
the motion.
We've
and we
got a
need you to
little
follow
bit.
us on our Patreon.
Yeah, we've got a little.
We've got a little bit. We could always use a little bit more motion.
It's only $4.99 a month, and right now
much.
there's not a lot on it. I'm working on trying to add a lot more.
Trying to add more
secret
stuff.
episodes that we haven't released yet. I think I got 3 in the bank. I'm
Episodes
planning to-
that maybe we shouldn't release, but
true.
the patrons get to hear it because that's the spicy stuff.
I could add the episode about the Schmortion episode
That's a good one.
when I had a crash out on
That was
camera.
a thing, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Where I had to do several apology texts about that one.
Yeah, I was hammered too, so I was egging you on.
I think that was in the "we're all hammered" era.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. And what a time.
And then
Those were fun.
there was
they were fun.
That was
they were
also when Sam was in his sober era. So I feel like looking back, Sam must have been like, "I'm in the craziest room of all time.
Sam
Am I in the
looking,
loony bin?"
What?
Sam
the
just like
fuck did
looking
I
at
sign
each of
up
us, being
for?
like, "Someone's gonna help, right?" And he's just looking at progressively drunker faces.
And then I did this thing, and then I talked to the barista and told her my life story, and everything's great now.
So anyway, if you want to hear awesome stuff like that, hop on the Patreon.
Yeah, we're gonna do a little cowboy horseback ride expedition here in a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
that'll be
doing
on there.
that, and then we're gonna go tufting, and then we're gonna go on vacation.
We're gonna do a lot of fun stuff. It's gonna
You
be
guys should
sick.
film that.
We're gonna. I
We'll
don't wanna,
probably have something.
I don't want to make it a job.
I don't want to make a
thing.
work vacation, but I'm sure we'll be taking pictures and maybe some videos. We'll throw them on the socials at Trashville_USA. Follow us, and you can see us gallivanting around the Northeast. You know, me and Jamie are probably going to get Eiffel Towered at some point in Provincetown. You know, P-Town, baby. We're fucking excited about
We're
it.
definitely gonna gain some weight because
Oh, dude,
I'm telling you now, I'm going to eat a lot.
I'm eating on this trip, man.
I might go on a couple runs or workouts just to feel a little bit better here. or
I'll
there.
probably, bring some gym shoes with me that I'll never put on. I'll probably try at
It's
some
important
point.
that you pack them.
Yeah. It's important that they're there so I can look at them and be like, not today.
That's why I always pack a book on a trip.
I do too.
I almost never crack that fucker,
Yeah.
but I always pack one.
Actually, same.
Yeah.
It's usually for me, it's like at the end of the day, like when I'm like so like tired and it's time for bed, I'll read a page and a half, reread that half page, reread it again, and then immediately fall asleep.
Sure.
But it's good to have it.
Yeah. I'll normally bring a script and I'm like, I'll work on it in my free time. And then every time I'm like, I'm on vacation. Fuck
I know.
this.
I'll bring a notebook and I'll be like, I'll just like get some ideas down, you know, and then I will actually write some stuff that I enjoy doing. It's like more like a journal than like a actual work, but it's like, it's nice.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're going to be doing all kinds of fun stuff. Join us next week for the third and final part of Oklahoma City and probably the 9th part of White Supremacy. We got some more good stuff coming down the pipe. We got some aliens. We got some cryptids. We got more hack and slashers. You
We're
know,
gonna
we
be
got
talking about Hell's Angels and the
talking
Witness Protection Program.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a fucking good one.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Like what you hear? Subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at Trashville_USA. And if there's a true crime story you want the gang to cover, email us at don'temailtrashville@gmail.com. Murder Schmurder is produced by Jamie. Our tracking engineer is Grant. And our mix and mastering engineer is Julie. Incidental music and our theme song is provided by Jules. This has been another production of Murder Schmurder.
Here at Murder Schmurder, if there's one thing we can all agree on, it's this. You gotta laugh or you'll cry. Right now, there's a lot to laugh and cry about. And while we talk about a lot of fucked up stuff and delve into some of the worst crimes in history, we try to make light of these things not to devalue the events or the victims or survivors, but because I genuinely believe it's one of the only ways for sentient life to understand and process the horrors of life. And it's not lost on us that most of the victims we talk about in our true crime misadventures are the most vulnerable in our country: sex workers and racial and/or queer minorities. If you'd like, you could roll back the tapes and find several hours worth of ranting on this by each of us. That being said, sometimes the boys get rowdy, and we end up yes-anding or attempting to outdo each other, and we say some gnarly shit.
Hence, lower the bar.
Hence, lower the bar, which is not going to stop happening.
No, it's a very fun game.
It's a very fun game.
So, I want the listeners to know that while our intention is to never punch down, we do fuck up, and we learn, and we try to get better. Are we going to fuck up again? You bet your ass.
Absolutely.
1,000%.
Will it be funny when we do so?
1,000%.
Probably for us.
1,001%.
I hope so.
And definitely for us.
One of my favorite things is laughing at you guys.
No. But here at Murder Schmurder, we value our brothers, sisters, and non-binary homies out there. BIPOC, LGBTQIA2+, whatever member of the alphabet mafia you are, we got your back. And we hope you have ours as we continue to grow, learn, and support each other through these dark times and come out the other side stronger than ever. And since we're here, we're just going to unequivocally say, fuck fascists, incels, cops, nationalists, and whoever else has a problem with people being who they are.
Ooh, gross. Leave me alone.